Hello, hello, my beautiful Scorpios. Welcome to my channel. My name is Darlene. I'm going to do a reading for you. I have not been here in a minute, and I apologize for that. This is a no contact reading with your romantic interest, whoever that is. Now, I'm not specifying how long. This could have been a day or year or whatever. And this is for the person that you think of when I say no contact in a romantic way. Okay, so let's see. Anything else I wanted to say before we get started? I don't think so, other than please join me for my lives that I do here on YouTube 2 or 3 nights a week. I do mini readings that are very reasonably priced. They're usually $15 or $20. I also do personal readings, and I have other playlists like deceased loved ones because I'm also a medium. So please go to my channel and check those out if that is of interest to you. Now let's find out. We are asking, what are we asking? Let's ask how your person during this no contact is feeling about you and your relationship. How is your person feeling about you and your relationship, Scorpios? Whoops. All right. Do I want to take those? Are those meant for this? That's a whole lot. Well, you know that saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words? That's how they're feeling. They're heartbroken. 3 of Swords in the upright. Heartbroken. Now, 1 second here. I want to look at these. All right. Because I'm putting them back, and here's why. This whole pile came out sideways, which means it's in transition of going from one to the other. Now, I looked at what it meant either way. 2 very different messages. So if Tarot wants to give me that message, it will give it to me clearer, like either upright or reversed. Because we want my Scorpios to have clarity here. Life is stepping up, right? We just want clarity. All right, Spirit, show me, please. And thank you. How is Scorpio's person, no contact person, feeling and thinking about them during this no contact? Well, now they don't want to talk. Are you... turn it over, let's see. And I do get flyers, so be patient, please, please, and thank you as I shuffle, but that's interesting. That's interesting, so I guess they're saying, well, you shouldn't have put those cards back. Really? Okay. Somebody is really, this person, somebody, your person, is really up in their heads right now because they're trying to decide. They're trying to make up their mind if they want to bring, now these came out sideways as I was just speaking about a minute ago. When cards come out sideways, for me as a reader, this means it's neither in the upright or in the reverse. It's in process or yet to be determined. It's undecided. So this person is really up in their head right now, overthinking, overanalyzing, analysis paralysis about whether they want to come in and offer you something new, Scorpio. Well, because they're realizing during this no contact how happy you make them. But, you know, this Emperor, I'm calling your person Emperor. Now, there's no gender in tarot, but I'm looking at the bottom of the deck here. Emperors are authority figures. Now, this can be saying your person may be bossing up. He may be awakening. He may be saying, hey, maybe I do want to go in and offer Scorpio something. But he can also be wanting to be in control. The Emperor needs to be in control. I mean, he rules a kingdom. Of course he does. Now, this is interesting. So if your person is actually bossing up here, he's saying, I have changed, Scorpio. I have changed because I've been going through this internal tower, upheaval, self-examination, because I realized I mistreated you, and I'm feeling bad about that. I was too much up in my ego and pride, and I was all about winning, whatever the cost. And they are seriously considering reaching out for a reconciliation, saying, I've healed, or I am healing. Whoa. Didn't see that coming, did we, Scorpios? I should mention, guys, also, my readings are timeless. So whenever you find this, if it's 2 years down the road, whenever you find it, I've had enough people tell me that they have looked back at old readings and it was very accurate for where they are when they found it. Well, your person is saying, well, I don't know who betrayed who. I don't know who did what to whom. But this is a card of betrayal and endings. But in the reverse, it's saying, I'm not really over that. And I can't, that this is an actual ending. I'm having trouble putting that behind me. I'm having trouble accepting it. So now your person is saying, you know, I'm waiting. I've just been waiting. I've been sitting here waiting for my ships to come in. This talks about divine timing, making plans. Making plans. Now here's where it gets interesting. Pardon me. I had a big coffee jug right before I came on. I think I needed some water. The Empress in reverse. I think this is just about your person realizing. Now, it can be a talk, excuse me, Mercury's retrograde right now when I'm recording this. This can be speaking about someone who's lost their confidence. But the Empress also talks about a lack of nurturing, a lack of expansion, a lack of creativity. So perhaps your person is having a realization about that. Maybe those are the very things that you wanted and they didn't give you, which caused this ending. And very likely, because I feel like, I know you can't see the card, I feel that the energy shifts with these last two cards down here. The Empress in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So your person is saying, I really just didn't think this could go the distance. Or I'm debating about, remember we had these cards about undecided. Maybe that's what this person is ruminating on so fiercely over here is, I'm debating because I'm not sure if I can give to this relationship in a way that would be fitting for an Empress. Because she gives, she nurtures, as I said, she's creative. But again, it talks about expansion and fertility here. I'm not sure that I can give to this relationship so that it can be fertile and expand for the long haul. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about a wasted resources, a wasted, when I say resources, time, energy, effort, Maybe maybe your person, I say he, maybe your person is thinking this was a waste of effort, or maybe he thinks you feel that way, which is where I'm leaning. I think he feels that way. But he does, but there is love here, and I think this is how he sees you. Male or female, again, there's no gender in tarot. Because there is, the Queen of Cups gives her love unconditionally. Yeah, and what's coming to the light here, being revealed, is, first of all, this person did not listen to their intuition. And secondly, this person didn't feel like, back to that was the same energy I was getting off of this Empress in reverse. So the Magician in reverse talks about someone who was using manipulation, and also someone who possibly now is thinking, I just don't have what it takes. Maybe this person doesn't have what it takes, or debates whether or not they have what it takes, the resources it takes to do this for the long term. This is has a feeling of meeting your expectations, or even maybe, and I'm not saying they are unrealistic. It just might be a question of they can't give you what you want, whatever that is. And I think that very well may be the reason this person pulled back, because I have the Hermit card here. Now, the Hermit talks about the Hermit goes into the cave, becomes the recluse, so that he can get divine inspiration, which is what this light represents. So maybe your person has done that, because now they're saying, okay, now they're saying, or what they're thinking about now, this is what they're thinking. I'm thinking about, maybe I could come in and bring justice to this situation if I came in and apologized. But for some of you, wait one second, let me see. Okay. For some of you, as I said, undecided over here. For some of you, this person may feel like the justice that where is it? Oops. The justice that they might give you if they come in and apologize really is, it can be one or two things. It can be giving closure to the relationship, because this talks about an endings. But the world also talks about an ending to a cycle. An ending to a cycle where there was this constant efforting, constant struggle, constant battle. This is the wounded warrior. And that battle was really about someone hanging on, not letting you go, or vice versa. Being at this perpetual crossroads. Having to always wonder, were you hearing, was this person giving you the truth, or vice versa? That maybe you weren't getting the truth, or maybe you were going to get cut out, or something like that, or just getting cold energy from this person. And they are realizing that they're not healed. I think on some level your person knows they're not healed. They're not awakened yet. And I think they feel maybe that awakening is causing them to realize this was a bit of an illusion. This forever, happily ever after potential with you might have been a bit of an illusion. And another meaning here is that this might have been, the illusion might be that in some way, as a family unit, whatever that looks like for you, maybe that was just not really going to happen. Maybe that means you're from different cultures, different countries, different continents, you know, whatever. And that was, what is that saying? A bridge too far. And that it was just going to be a struggle. Although this person really did want to come in out of the cold. And I think vice versa. I think you wanted that too. You wanted to end this sense of abandonment. And maybe that was an issue. But maybe you each had a subconscious abandonment wound that kept playing out in this dynamic. Or continues to play for some of you in this dynamic. Now, I'm going to see if Spirit has anything else to add to that. Anything else, please, to add to that. Get rid of that. Anything else about how Scorpio's person in no contact is feeling? For many of you, this is about someone realizing they couldn't give you what you needed and wanted. Couldn't or wouldn't. I don't know which. Yeah. They're afraid if they come in. Here, let me show you these two. They're afraid because these cards came back out. I was shuffling and they came back around. 7 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I think they are afraid if they come back towards you, you're going to be very defensive. Because this is saying, I want to come in out of the cold, but if I try to come towards you, you're going to be very defensive and you're going to put a wall up. So, just saying, Scorpio, I mean, maybe you will, and maybe you have darn good right to. That's your call. Anything else? So, if this person were to come toward you, and I'm looking at the cards, I have 0 cups of emotion here. I have swords, lots of swords, and some wands. I have no cups. Now, again, this card came out sideways. The Magician that we talked about. Your person is on the fence as to whether or not they can manifest this. Either communication maybe, or coming back, or if this could ever happen in anything with you in the future, because they don't know, one, if they have the resources. Back to this message back here, I don't know that I can give you what you want. That's pretty clear. Anything else? Anything else, please? Oh, goodness, and these came back. Scorpio, this is like Spirit saying, I said what I said. Now you revisit that. You didn't get it the first time. Let's do it again. Your person is deciding if they have the ability, the wherewithal, the resources they need. And in that process, they may either decide that they don't, and this is an ending. Even though, because they think that it's just going to be a continuation of these battles, these up and down and back and forth. And, all of these wands represents a battle that you've had of some kind with this person. And so maybe your person is deciding, I'm just going to focus on my money. But this also talks about clinging to something, holding on. I mean, see how he's holding so tightly to those coins? Let me see what's at the, yeah. So I think, sadly, for a lot of you, this person is, now again, undecided. And I must say, for those of you who watch me regularly, you know I'm a big proponent of law of attraction. So this is not etched in stone. There's no such thing. You have free will. Your person has free will. You are a powerful creator, and you can change the outcome of this. This is simply a snapshot on a timeline. It's one potential of millions. And so you can use your power of manifestation to change this outcome. Just need to tell y'all that. However, for right now, I think your person is saying, now, they are undecided, but I think they're leaning toward, let me put it that way. Either they're saying, I'm leaning toward walking away because I don't think Scorpio loves me anymore. Maybe because Scorpio thinks I need to still learn some lessons here. And if I went in, Scorpio would probably just cut me with that sword and send me packing. These cards are repeating because I'm not healed, and they know it would be unhappiness. Or they're saying they think you are walking away, Scorpio, because they didn't give you this cup of love. And that's a lesson that they will have to live with and have to learn here. That maybe you have turned into this Queen of Swords in reverse, someone who's very cold and icy. Yeah, and that may mean they have to go lick their wounds over here back to this Three of Swords, and that makes them very unhappy. They may be spying on you, checking in on your social media or looking back at old pictures and text messages, that kind of thing. But that's what I have for you, Scorpio. So I don't see any action cards here to indicate that your person might reach out or that they might take action, really. This is more about, again, how they're thinking and feeling. That was what we asked. We didn't ask about actions. But they are undecided here about reaching out. They're thinking about it. They're thinking long and hard. In fact, you're living rent-free in their head, as the saying goes right now, trying to decide how to handle this situation. And I think for some of them, they are holding on tight to you because they see you as this wounded warrior, and you're tired. You're tired, and you very well think that you are putting an end to this, right? That you're putting an end to this and walking away because you may have had enough. For many of you, that's what they're thinking. You have had enough. You're dumping that cup out. You've learned your lesson here, and you're moving on. So for some of you, you will know your situation, which side of that you fall on. But Scorpio, that's what I have for you today. Please join me here on YouTube for my lives. You can check my community page I usually post when I'm going live. So that's it. That's it. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you so very much. I hope you subscribe to the channel if you like what I do here. And I'll see you guys very soon. Many blessings.